my god, he has me in this Jewish community. So, ladies, don't be like me. So last night, I got way too drunk, and this guy was talking about, like, yeah, I'll send you some money, I'll send you some money. And I thought he sent me $2,500. I laid down. He was like, oh, you gotta go to sleep. I went to sleep, and he wakes me up at like 7. And he's like, you gotta leave because my wife and children will wake up soon. And he literally throws me out the door. I didn't even check my phone. He didn't send me $2,500. He sent me a request. So it's just like, why the richer the men are, the cheaper they are. And he has me.
So this young lady left the club, or got a message from this dude in the club that she gave her number to, about getting $2,500 if she went back to his place and slept with him. Okay, so she did. She went back. She gave up the cat, and she's casually putting up this video, like nonchalantly, because we live in a culture where selling cat and being a sex worker is destigmatized to a certain degree amongst a certain group of people. Okay, so she went to sell some cat. Okay, she went to go sell some pussy, and the dude cheated her. So she slept with the dude. He told her he was gonna cash app her $2,500. And when she looked at the Cash App, he had sent the request. So she got cheated out some. She got cheated out some coochie, and she's able to put this video up so nonchalantly because we live in a world that is encouraging young ladies like her to sell cat. Your only interaction with men should be a transactional one. And what she doesn't realize here, she's probably an escort, honestly, because she can't just be this casual about it. And if she's not an escort, I'm here to let her know that you're now an escort, and you're online admitting that you're an escort. But let's finish the video. That's crazy, bro.
Out in this Hasidic Jewish community, and oh my god, I'm gonna puke.
That's too late for that. You already done swallowed.
Oh my god, why am I so fucking male identified? I shouldn't have went home with him. But he had a nice place though. But like, I just feel.
So as long as he has a nice place, he can use you however the fuck he wants. That's the silver lining. Even though he cheated you out of $2,500, he had a nice place, because it's all about superficial shit. And that's why a lot of these red pill gurus and people just tell young men, all you have to do is lie about having money. Because on a surface level, if you appear on a surface level to have anything, these young ladies will give you anything that you want, because it's all about surface level shit. Oh, he has a nice apartment. He has this. Fuck the fact that he has a wife and kids there. He has a nice apartment. So I'm going to give him some coochie, probably while his wife is asleep in the other room, right? And make the bag. And I'm going to put this video up, and I'm not supposed to be judged because, like I said, sex work has been destigmatized. So I'm not supposed to criticize this type of behavior. And when you go and you look at the comments, when you go look at the comments, and the comments from the older women, the women that are a generation above her, that are my age and such, they're not telling her that she should be careful on these rendezvous. They're telling her that next time she does one of these rendezvous, to make sure that she gets the money up front. To make sure the money is on the counter, if you will. This is what the ladies are telling them. To make sure before you have these rendezvous with these men for money, sweetheart, the age-old job and the age-old thing is to get the money first and then perform your act.
I'm selling coach. I'm selling coach. I'm selling coach. I'm selling. Okay.
And she did it all backwards because she probably was enamored by the guy's apartment. But when I'm looking in this background, it just looked like she's in the hood somewhere. You know what I mean? It don't look like, you necessarily got finagled out of some coochie. You probably wanted to go give up the coochie and was hoping, at the back of your mind, because you don't seem too disappointed by the fact that this dude finagled you out of $2,500.
Stupid, because I don't have any money.
And she don't have no money.
And he used that to get in my vagina. And it's just stupid.
Now she eating sushi.
I just feel like an idiot.
So You leave this dude's house. You go to the club with this dude you don't know because he promises to give you $2,500. He doesn't give you $2,500. You probably are aware of the fact you probably were sneaking around in his house knowing he had his wife and kids there. I'm pretty sure you did because you had to sneak around, right? So you leave the house and I know your toothbrush isn't there. I know your toothbrush ain't here because this is a random rendezvous, right? So you got dick on the breath. Now you got sushi on the breath. You got dick and sushi on the breath and no money in your pocket. Lame. That sucks. These are two consenting adults, right? And she got cheated out of her money. It happens, right? Luckily, it wasn't some crazy person that end up, you know, they didn't have the money and you end up coming up missing. Y'all promote this lifestyle as if it's glamorous, right? As if like it's not gonna take some type of mental toll on most women. I'm not saying on all women. Some women, like this young lady here, she's probably made for the game. She probably been selling cat since she was 16 years old. But for a lot of young ladies that are looking at this lifestyle of fast money, OnlyFans money, Instagram money, getting flued out money type shit, right? They don't understand the emotional ramifications that comes from, because even though popular culture and the internet and the thotties on the internet and all of the sexy reds and influencers are pushing this type of lifestyle, there's still going to be a stigma behind being promiscuous and especially selling your promiscuity to men, right? And the reason that is because at some point you probably are going to want to have a partner, right? You're going to want to have some type of husband or something that's not going to judge you on your past. And if he comes across a video like this, seeing that you selling cat, right? Like you just nonchalantly selling cat, how is he supposed to be comfortable? Let's say if he wants to have children with you, being comfortable with the fact that he, in his mind, that the child, if the child was to come of that, is 100% his. See, the reason that men put a stigma on stuff, even though men are your number one customer, is because men have no intention on fucking marrying a prostitute. It's the truth. Men like prostitutes, men like whores, men like booty shaking. Go figure, right? But men don't marry these type of women or settle down with these type of women because in the back of their mind they think, and even if it's not a conscious thought, they think, okay, if this woman was to turn up pregnant, I can't 100% know, right? And I know y'all say, oh, there's DNA tests and stuff now, but I'm talking about something that's inherent in men because DNA testing always exists, right? And the guarantee of paternity has not always been there with men. So throughout history, a man had to kind of know, all right, you ain't out here selling cat. You ain't out here throwing it back on everybody that every Tom, Dick, and Harry that comes your way in order for me to ensure that my genes carry on to the next generation. I know it may seem like I'm oversimplifying it, but I'm kind of not. It's like a nature-based thing as to why men judge women like this overall. So when she does meet her husband and he comes across this video, who's to say that he won't judge her and nothing will go forward from that because she's out here nonchalantly selling cat and talking about it on TikTok and fucking Twitter. It's crazy, right? So I don't know. Let's finish the video. Dick and sushi. Dick and sushi.
I just don't know what I want out of life.
And I think there's a lot of young ladies. I think there's a lot of these young ladies that get on here and they're like, I expect somebody to come in and rescue me from my mundane life because I'm coveting this life that social media is telling me that I deserve. And that's nowhere in sight. I'm working my ass off at fucking Chick-fil-A, at fucking Arby's, at Starbucks, and nothing's coming to fruition. I can start out by selling some pictures of my feet, right? Get a few $100s a month. And then I can up the ante by starting the OnlyFans, you know what I'm saying? Maybe get some of my fans from my Instagram to come over there. Now I got new pictures circulating online. And then, hey, maybe I could just take it up the next step further and film myself playing with myself. And that, I mean, it is what it is. It's a business now. It is what it is. But I think that the older generation of ladies should be, there should be more older people my age and older telling the younger generation that there are pitfalls that come along with this. That's why if you look at this channel, there are a couple videos up here where I'm talking about the adult actresses that have lost their life because of suicide, because of drugs, because of, whatever situations that they put themselves in for being in this industry and devaluing themselves by selling themselves to men for money, because it's essentially what you're doing. You sold yourself to some guy, some random Jewish dude for money and didn't even get no money from it. That is trash. That's a L. That's an L if I ever seen an L. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, tell me if I'm right or wrong, or if I'm being way too judgmental. I know we live in the age of free love or whatever. I'm not trying to be judgmental. Well, like I say, between two consenting adults, it is what it is. Whatever. There's always going to be a market for pussy. That's just going to be the case for it. That's been since the beginning of time. That is the market. When motherfuckers didn't even have currency, niggas were selling using bread to buy some punani, you know what I'm saying, from Gertrude or Grinhelda or fucking whatever the hell the names were back in antiquity. And niggas was buying coochie since then. They were buying coochie fucking 5,000 years ago. They're gonna be buying coochie 5,000 years into the future. It is what it is, but it's just the way, you know what I'm saying, there has to be some level of like shame above it, so that all of these young girls ain't just talking about, yeah, I'm about to get up here and bust it open for a real one on the internet, or for, you know, everybody to see, because there are ramifications for that for me in the future. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me, and thank you for watching this video.